Ranger pregame show. Kemmer getting set to take on Wind River. This is a conference matchup. And, Coach, let's go back to you said that you were able to catch on some things that your team needed to work on. What were some of those things your team maybe practiced to get ready for this match this week?
This week we have been practicing on our blocking and just kind of where everyone belongs on the court. We have, like I said, some younger players that weren't exactly sure, where to be in the right spot. So we've been working on rotations, and we've been working on blocking and covering. So just all the basic things, that you need to know to be useful.
And this is a conference matchup for you, Kemmer and Wind River. Is there any more stress of importance on this match? Is there a different way that you prepare for a conference opponent?
I wouldn't say there's a different way to prepare, but we just, we practice hard every day. And we don't have a preseason type thing. We do conditioning every day. We do, we play every day. We do different things every day, but they're the same, I guess.
So it's more kind of about what your team does and not what the opponent does.
Right, yeah. We just work on our team, yeah.
Kemmer is coming up in a couple of minutes, you guys, taking on the Lady Rangers. What do you know about Kemmer? Have you scouted them a little bit, or is this come back to the, what we were just talking about? This is just more focused on what your team does, and that'll lead you to a victory.
We were at the same tournament as Kemmer was this past weekend. I did not get to see them play, so I'm not sure. We're just kind of going in this blindly, I guess, but I feel like we're ready. I feel like the girls have worked hard, and I think we're ready to see what happens.
We're talking with head coach of the Wind River Lady Cougars, Christian Trujillo. And, Coach, what are some of the keys you think for a victory over the Lady Rangers in today's match?
I think, like I said, blocking. We've been working on that, so hopefully we get some pretty solid blocks. And serving, we're going to work on our serving. Try not to miss any serves. I think that's an important thing. Working on bettering ourselves each play and being scrappy on the court.
All right, Coach. Well, good luck today in the match against the Lady Rangers.
Thank you.
That was the head coach of Wind River, Christian Trujillo, in her second season as the head coach of the Lady Cougars, as they are warming up right now, just about 59 seconds away from the opening serve. And again, give us a couple of seconds. We're going to take the stream down for a moment and see if we can get the video side up and rolling. If not, we'll at least have audio. So stay with us. Kemmer Lady Ranger volleyball against Wind River Lady Cougars. It's coming up next in the second conference match of the season for your Lady Rangers. So stay right with us. We'll be right back. You're listening to Lady Ranger Volleyball on mylocalradio.net.
There's an organization in southeast Idaho whose wildlife conservation efforts have been commended by the Rocky Mountain Elk Foundation, the Idaho Fish and Wildlife Foundation, and the North American Moose Foundation. Who is this organization? It's Monsanto. While Monsanto is honored by the recognition they receive, their ongoing dedication to the environment is its own reward for all of us. Monsanto. Imagine.
First impressions matter. When you want to stand out, uniquely brand your business, organization, or team with help from Old West Design inside My Favorite Things at 164 Front Street. Create a professional image with uniforms, golf shirts, t-shirts, hoodies, decals, keychains, koozies, coffee mugs, and more. Manager Natalie Willie Lively and Old West Design help winners dress for success. Inside My Favorite Things, Old West Design, 164 Front Street, Evanston.
Western Wyoming Community College is your choice for quality, affordable higher education in southwestern Wyoming and the Rocky Mountain West. Western offers more than 60 associate's degrees and 26 certificate programs in business, health science, humanities, math, engineering and science, visual and performing arts, and technology and industry. Wherever you are and whatever your goal, Western Wyoming Community College is your choice for education that makes a difference. Because we are where you are.
First impressions matter. When you want to stand out, uniquely brand your business, organization, or team with help from Old West Design inside My Favorite Things at 164 Front Street. Create a professional image with uniforms, golf shirts, t-shirts, hoodies, decals, keychains, koozies, coffee mugs, and more. Manager Natalie Willie Lively and Old West Design help winners dress for success. Inside My Favorite Things, Old West Design, 164 Front Street, Evanston.
There's an organization in southeast Idaho whose wildlife conservation efforts have been commended by the Rocky Mountain Elk Foundation, the Idaho Fish and Wildlife Foundation, and the North American Moose Foundation. Who is this organization? It's Monsanto. While Monsanto is honored by
And we're about ready to start at Wind River High School. We apologize, our video feed not coming through on the internet, so we'll just go audio here. Lady Rangers getting set to take on the Lady Cougars. Lady Cougars to our right to start there in the purple uniforms. Lady Cougars written across the front, and the first serve is underway. Underneath it is McLaren on that far side. Bailey, it's kept alive by Maddock, and then at the net it's dropped in front as Callie Keene was unable to get there, and the Lady Rangers have the opening point of this first set as we're underway at Wind River High School. I'm Adam Jackson joining you live on mylocalradio.net. McLaren runs up, jumps the serve over. It's sent way high up in the air. Keene, and just trying to tap across by Maddock. She'll keep it. Now sent to the back. McLaren gets it, but it goes back behind the line, and the point goes to the Lady Cougars. And we are tied at 1. Second conference match of the season for the Lady Rangers. They dropped the opening one. Brunski in the back. Now it's sent over. Sent up in the air as the Cougars control, and they get a good bounce over the net, but it falls out of bounds just across the line on the far sideline. And it's 2-1 in favor of the Lady Rangers. Bailey Maggie back to serve for the Lady Rangers. Sends it to the back row. It's picked up by Maddock. And it falls on the side of the Lady Rangers as it was split in between both Lexi Julian and Brunski in the back. So a point for the Cougars, and we're tied at 2. Jalen Fighting Bear will send it across. Good hard serve now sent to Crawl, who just taps it over on the far side. It's set up by Keene, though, and then sent across by Longtime. Rangers get it back over, though, and now Cougars just bump it across. Now Kemmer sets it up. McLaren in the back, and she ends up hitting it into the net. Couldn't quite get it over, and it's a point for the Lady Cougars. They're in front 3-2 in this first set between these two varsity squads. 2A Southwest Conference matchup. Krall sends it straight up in the air, and Gregory was in the back, just trying to bump it over, but it goes into the net. And the score 4-2 in favor of the Lady Cougars. Fighting Bear rockets it to the back, and just long. Good eye by McLaren as she let it go. Side out for the Lady Rangers. Substitutions as Julian checks out. In comes Hannah Nielsen. Again, having some issues with our video stream, so we'll just give you the audio as we're live on mylocalradio.net at Wind River High School. Roxana Kelly sends it over with their left hand. Set up and a kill attempt partially blocked by Nielsen in front. Brunsky has it. Far side to Kroll, and she gets it down on the back line. Terrific job by Kroll as she gets it to go. The point for the Lady Rangers. And we are tied at 4. Kelly again to serve. She'll run up from the near side as she spins the ball in front. Jumps it over. A line drive serve handled in the back by Maddock. And then just bumped over by Wilson, and it's too far. Point goes to the Lady Rangers. They retake the lead 5-4. Wind River, a young team. They've only got 2 seniors, Maddock and Brown. Got a couple of freshmen on the team. Kelly, another good serve, but coming up to dig that is Maddock. And blocked into the net. Kara Longtime can't get it across. And the Rangers build on their lead 6-4. Kelly comes up and again serves it to the back row. Maddock is there, pops it up near side to Brown, and just sent over by Wilson. Gregory sets it over, and it's just too far to the near side. Good job by the Lady Cougars to let that one go as they get the point and the side out, and it's 6-5. Howland Pollard checks in for Roxana Kelly. Lady Rangers in the black uniforms with the red up and down the sides. Brunsky, and blocked at the net, kept alive. Pollard then to Kroll, but it goes out of bounds on the far sideline. Cougars a nice job at the net. That was something that the Lady Rangers struggled with on Thursday. Lyman was real good up front. We're tied early at 6 in the first set. Gregory set up, and it's blocked. And Brielle Brown and Bailey Wilson in front for the Lady Cougars. And Wind River back in front 7-6. Good hard serve back to Brunsky. Now Pollard near side, just set over by Kroll. Cougars with it in the middle, and setting that into the net is Bailey Wilson. Point goes to the Lady Rangers. We're tied at 7. Good back and forth action in this opening set. Conference match between Wind River and Kemmerer. Kroll a hard serve to the back. Bumped up by Keene, and then sent over by Maddock. Pollard goes cross side to McLaren, and she just misses the near corner. A little bit too far from McLaren. The point given to the Lady Cougars. And they're in front 8-7. I'm sorry, the point was given to the Lady Rangers. They call it a deflection, so Lady Rangers in front. Kroll serves it over, and a misplay on the side of the Cougars as it goes into the net on the near side. And we're tied at 8. Kroll again to serve it over. Serves it from left to right. Up to deal with it is Maddock, but it goes over the net. Rangers will set it up. Gregory right in the middle, partially blocked, and the kill goes down. And the score 9-8. And Coach Peterson checking with the score. And it should be, he's saying 10-7. And they're trying to figure it out. It says 9-8 on the scoreboard right now. And looking at the scores table, that point where I got confused and thought it was the Lady Cougars, they gave the point to the Lady Cougars, but it actually should have gone to the Rangers. So Coach Peterson on top of that, and it is indeed 10-7. So good job by Coach Peterson to notice that. So it looks like I wasn't the only one that was confused. It was a ball that was sent too far, but they called a late deflection. The point was actually to Kemmerer, and the point was given to the Lady Cougars. So they're just making sure that they've got the scores correct. You obviously want to have that in order, especially for a conference match between these two teams. And Again, official still talking it over. Wind River, part of the 2A Southwest, as is Kemmer. Big Piney as well in this year's conference. Wyoming Indian, and of course Lyman, who the Lady Rangers saw on Thursday. And again, if you missed that match, it was really nice because the Lady Rangers were able to open at home. It was their first match in the new gymnasium. The only bad part is they ran into a really, really good Lyman team, and I think Coach Peterson will tell you his ladies didn't play their best, and they got swept, so they didn't win. So they're trying to bounce back in conference today. And a good serve by Kroll. She's been on a roll. Lady Cougars trying to get a side out, but Kroll's vicious serve. As the ace goes down, it's 11-7, Kemmer in front. Kroll again will jump over the serve, sends it to the back. It's up in the air by Fighting Bear, then just bumped over by Long Time. Pollard comes near side. Nielsen gets a good bounce off the top of the net, and it falls on the far side, right up front. And the Lady Rangers building, they lead 12-7. They look much better than they did on Thursday night, coming out and playing with some fire. Again, it's Kroll to send it over. Blocked at the net by, that's Morgan McLaren as she tips it up and gets the block. A timeout called by the Lady Cougars as they want to talk things over. 13-7. Kemmer in front as Christian Trujillo takes the timeout. And we will come back as we take our first break. Lady Rangers leading 13-7 in the opening set, live at Wind River. You're listening to Kemmer Volleyball on MyLocalRadio.net.
There's an organization in southeast Idaho whose wildlife conservation efforts have been commended by the Rocky Mountain Elk Foundation, the Idaho Fish and Wildlife Foundation, and the North American Moose Foundation. Who is this organization? It's Monsanto. While Monsanto is honored by the recognition they receive, their ongoing dedication to the environment is its own reward for all of us. Monsanto. Imagine.
MyLocalRadio.com is Southwest Wyoming and Northeast Utah's top website and the best source for local area news, weather, sports, and community events. And that's not all. MyLocalRadio.com features thousands of photographs of Wyoming and Utah high school events, from speech and drama competitions to local events, sports and activities, and much more. Check it out today and see what MyLocalRadio.com has for you.
And we welcome you back to Wind River as the Lady Rangers lead 14-8. Serve goes across, and it's sent over on the return by Grace Gregory. She was set up, gets the kill to the back. Lead 15-8 for Kemmer. Again, if you're just joining us, we apologize. We were having some video stream issues with the internet here at Wind River, so just give you the audio. And currently, the Lady Rangers off to a good start, leading 15-8. Senna's back there for the Cougars. They send it to the back row, and that'll be a kill for Bailey Wilson, the junior. And she sent it to the far side and pulls the Lady Cougars to within 6. Wilson back to serve. Just taps it over with ease. Pollard sets it back to Maggie. Maggie gets it over on that far side, set up by Brown. Near side to Maddock. Now Lady Rangers have it. Nielsen. That's sent again by Brown. And then down as the kill goes to Jalen Fighting Bear. And the Lady Cougars pulled to within 5. Coach Peterson talking with the official, maybe potentially about a change right now. Trying to make sure he's got his rotation right. Right now he's got Brunsky in the back right, Kroll in the middle, and then McLaren on the far left. Bailey Maggie is in the front on the left, and then in the front middle is Howland Pollard and Nielsen on the right. And it looks like they've got everything settled out. 15-10 the score. Kemmer in front. Brunsky up to Pollard, and it was a little bit behind McLaren, and she misses wide to the left. She had a nice effort to even get it over the net, but it missed wide, and the score 15-11. The serve goes too long as Bailey Wilson tried to head it to the back row, and a good late decision by Kroll. She was ready to set that up in the air, let it go, and it goes about a foot long of the back line, and the score 16-11. Roxana Kelly coming back in along with Lexi Julian, who's back to serve. Julian running up, and a lofted serve down the near side. Keene pops it up, and it's sent over by Fighting Bear. Rangers trying to corral it, but it goes off the front of the net down, as not really an opportunity for Julian to come up with that. A tough play. Once the ball hits the net, it's really anybody's guess where it's going to land. And that ball a little bit too long on the serve, as it was put in play by Ambrielle Brown. Rangers remain in front. 5-point lead in this first set. McLaren jumps it over. Brown fields it. And Wilson with a hard kill attempt from the back, but she didn't get it over the net. And another point for the Lady Rangers in front, 18-12. McLaren back to serve for Kemmer. Good low serve. It's dug up, though, by Wilson, then just tapped across by Keene. And some miscommunication as both Kelly and Julian called each other off, and then neither of them went to get the ball because they kind of looked at each other, and by that time the ball fell to the floor. Maddock will serve it across. And the ball sent to the back. Brunsky just plays it over. Ball set up in the air by McLaren. Now Julian. Far side Kroll with the kill attempt. It's picked up, though, by Bailey. Fighting Bear just bumps it across. Maggie in front. Maddock is there. Sends it across. Kroll comes right back, but she hits it right towards Maddock. A tap over. And now down on the side of the Cougars. They're keeping it up in front. Good volley. Partially blocked. McLaren sends it up towards the net. Near side. Kelly taps it over. Cougars are there, though. They set it over. Good dig, though, as Kelly goes down, or Julian, excuse me. And now on the side of the Cougars. Maddock over the top to Brunsky. Up in front, Kelly. Far side, Kroll. And it's too far. She was aiming for the near corner. And a really good rally there by both teams. The point goes to Wind River. And the Cougars will serve, trailing 18-14. Ball is up in the air. Julian sets it over, and it hits the out-of-bounds marker on the net. So a point for the Lady Cougars. And an ace on the side of Maddock as she goes to the back row. 3 straight points, and a timeout called by Blake Peterson, and is his team's leading now just by 2, 18-16 in the opening set. You're listening to Kemmer Volleyball on mylocalradio.net.
First impressions matter. When you want to stand out, uniquely brand your business, organization, or team with help from Old West Design inside My Favorite Things at 164 Front Street. Create a professional image with uniforms, golf shirts, t-shirts, hoodies, decals, keychains, koozies, coffee mugs, and more. Manager Natalie Willie Lively and Old West Design help winners dress for success. Inside My Favorite Things, Old West Design, 164 Front Street, Evanston.
There's an organization in southeast Idaho whose wildlife conservation efforts have been commended by the Rocky Mountain Elk Foundation, the Idaho Fish and Wildlife Foundation, and the North American Moose Foundation. Who is this organization? It's Monsanto. While Monsanto is honored by the recognition they receive, Their ongoing dedication to the environment is its own reward for all of us. Monsanto. Imagine.
And we're back to Wind River as the Lady Cougars have closed the gap. It's just a 1-point lead. And a big set, or a big serve down the far side, and it goes just wide as the Lady Rangers get the point and get the side out and remain in front 19-17. Maggie sends it. Good diving stop by Maddock. Popped up in the air and then just bumped over. Maggie on the Ranger side sets it up. Kelly, a kill attempt, but it's blocked at the net. Rangers remain in possession, and the kill goes to Crawl as it's blocked in front by Wilson, but out of bounds on the far sideline. Rangers in front by 3. Again, having some video stream issues, so giving you just the audio here at Wind River. Lady Rangers in front by 3. Set over. Down to save it is Maggie. Grace Gregory sends it, and Keene bumps it up. Near side. Fielded again by Maggie. And bumped up by McLaren, then helped over by Gregory. And the ball goes too far to the left as it comes near side, out of bounds. Ranger point. And after only leading by 1, they've gotten 3 straight points and increased that lead back to 4. Momentum on the side of Kemmer. Bailey Maggie, the serve across to the back row, fielded by Maddock. Oh, near side. Bumped over, but Maggie is there. Now Kelly, back row, and McLaren sends it deep. Looked like it may have been out, but it's saved by Fighting Bear. And the ball to the back row, too far. As Fighting Bear sent it beyond the white line. And the Rangers 3 points away from taking this first set. Maggie, a good low serve. Scooped up, though, by Wilson. Fighting Bear gets it across. Bailey is there and then just bumped over by Crawl. Now Lady Cougars set it up. And another kill attempt goes too far. And the Lady Rangers continue to close in on this first set, 23-17 lead. Maggie to serve once again. Good serve that dipped down. It's just sent across by Keene. Didn't fool the Rangers. Kelly gets it over with the left hand. Keene again does the same thing, but McLaren is there. Lady Rangers set it up. Crawl, partially deflected, and it falls for the point. And now the set point for Kemmer coming up. But before that, we'll have a timeout called by Kristen Trujillo as she wants to talk it over with her Lady Cougars. Kemmer leading 24-17. And we'll take a break and come back as the Rangers try and close out this opening set. You're listening to Kemmer Volleyball on mylocalradio.net.
There's an organization in southeast Idaho whose wildlife conservation efforts have been commended by the Rocky Mountain Elk Foundation, the Idaho Fish and Wildlife Foundation, and the North American Moose Foundation. Who is this organization? It's Monsanto. While Monsanto is honored by the recognition they receive, their ongoing dedication to the environment is its own reward for all of us. Monsanto. Imagine.
And we're back to Wind River High School as the Lady Rangers lead 24-17 in the opening set. Bailey Maggie will serve and try and give Kemmer this first game win. Ball is up on the air. Cougars have it blocked down, and it's a point for the Lady Rangers as they close out the opening game 25-17. A nice win for the Lady Rangers as they were behind early, but they fight back and win that opening set. So Kemmer leading 1-0 as the first game comes to a conclusion. Best of 5 in this conference matchup. We'll see if they can come back and win the second set as well. Rangers off to a good start, though. They win the first game 25-17 over the Lady Cougars. We'll be back to Wind River in just a moment as you're listening to Lady Ranger Volleyball on mylocalradio.net.
Western Wyoming Community College is your choice for quality, affordable higher education in southwestern Wyoming and the Rocky Mountain West. Western offers more than 60 associate's degrees and 26 certificate programs in business, health science, humanities, math, engineering and science, visual and performing arts, and technology and industry. Wherever you are and whatever your goal, Western Wyoming Community College is your choice for education that makes a difference, because we are where you are.
First impressions matter. When you want to stand out, uniquely brand your business, organization, or team with help from Old West Design inside My Favorite Things at 164 Front Street. Create a professional image with uniforms, golf shirts, t-shirts, hoodies, decals, keychains, koozies, coffee mugs, and more. Manager Natalie Willie Lively and Old West Design help winners dress for success. Inside My Favorite Things, Old West Design, 164 Front Street, Evanston.
Western Wyoming Community College is your choice for quality, affordable higher education in southwestern Wyoming and the Rocky Mountain West. Western offers more than 60 associate's degrees and 26 certificate programs in business, health science, humanities, math, engineering and science, visual and performing arts, and technology and industry. Wherever you are and whatever your goal, Western Wyoming Community College is your choice for education that makes a difference, because we are where you are. Than 60 associate's degrees and 26 certificate programs in business, health science, humanities, math, engineering and science, visual and performing arts, and technology and industry. Wherever you are and whatever your goal, Western Wyoming Community College is your choice for education that makes a difference, because we are where you are.
And we're back to Wind River High School as the Lady Cougars and the Lady Rangers just underway in the second set. Game one going to your Lady Rangers 25-17. Cougars and Rangers have switched side. The Cougars are to our left, Rangers are to our right. Lady Rangers get it over and then just sent across. Down is Julian. She can't quite get there. Callie Keene has perfected the, looks like she's going to set it up for her teammate to go for a kill, and she just sets it over, kind of dumps it over the middle. And the Lady Rangers have been very good at defending it, but that time just a really good placement by Keene. 2-2 the score. Crawl goes to the back, and it's off the arm of Bailey Wilson. The point is down for Michaela Crawl. And a 3-2 lead for the Lady Rangers in set number 2. Big match today as it's a conference match between these two teams. Rangers so far 0-1. They lost to Lyman on Thursday in their conference opener. There's a ball sent too far deep down the far sideline. And 4-2 the score. Kimmer leading. Again, the internet has not cooperated with us today as there's a point, another one for the Lady Rangers into the net on the near side. 5-2 the score, but internet not allowing us to get the video stream up and running, so have to bear with us as we just give you the audio. You're listening on mylocalradio.net. I'm Adam Jackson. Blocked in front, 3 Rangers there. Gregory got a piece of it and sent down on the Cougar side, and it's a 6-2 Lady Ranger lead. Bailey Maggie sends it over. Dug up by Wilson. And now just tapped over, but it's blocked once again at the net on the far side. Cody Anisi had it blocked by Gregory and Kelly, and they lead 7-2 to the Lady Rangers. Bailey Maggie again serves it to the back. Maddock is there. Now to Keene, back to Maddock, and she bumps it over. Good dig by Bailey in the back. Sent over by Gregory. Keene sets up the front, and Maggie is there. Now McLaren runs up. Maddock down. She'll get it back. Sends it back to Bailey. Good volley. Pushed way deep by Kelly. Again, Maddock there. And the kill is down in the back near corner by Cody Anisi. Great placement as she got it just to the left of Maggie, who couldn't quite get there for the Lady Rangers. And Wind River gets the side out, trailing 7-3. Fighting Bear to serve, and she puts it straight into the net. Point given to the Lady Rangers. Lady Cougars wearing the purple, the Wind River Cougars, and the Lady Rangers in the all blacks, the reds on the sides. Coming into the game, Kara Longtime, as it's a point for the Cougars. Ball went into the net on the side of Kemmerer. 8-4 the score. Keene to serve it across. Up in the air. And across, Gregory taps it over, and she gets it right in between the net and the Cougars that were blocking. A point for the Lady Rangers. Again, they've come out and played much better volleyball today than they did on Thursday. Just made a lot of mistakes against Lyman and didn't really give them a chance in that match because they had so many just little mistakes, fixable mistakes, as Coach Peterson called. There's a mistake there as Krall serves it into the net. They just seemed a little bit overhyped in that match, but today they fought back and really have played well so far, leading 1-0 and leading in this second set 9-5. There's a ball that's sent to the back and off the hands of Darcy Maddock. And the serve will come back to the Lady Rangers, but a timeout first called by Christian Trujillo as the Lady Cougars going to talk this over. 10-5 the score. Lady Rangers in front. You're listening to Kemmerer Volleyball on mylocalradio.net.
There's an organization in southeast Idaho whose wildlife conservation efforts have been commended by the Rocky Mountain Elk Foundation, the Idaho Fish and Wildlife Foundation, and the North American Moose Foundation. Who is this organization? It's Monsanto. While Monsanto is honored by the recognition they receive, their ongoing dedication to the environment is its own reward for all of us. Monsanto. Imagine.
First impressions matter. When you want to stand out, uniquely brand your business, organization, or team with help from Old West Design inside My Favorite Things at 164 Front Street. Create a professional image with uniforms, golf shirts, t-shirts, hoodies, decals, keychains, koozies, coffee mugs, and more. Manager Natalie Willie Lively and Old West Design help winners dress for success. Inside My Favorite Things, Old West Design, 164 Front Street, Evanston.
Welcome back to Wind River High School, where the Lady Rangers in front 10-5. Cougars have it on their side, bump it over. Brunsky comes in late, and it's served up to the near side. Maggie puts it down, and the point for the Lady Rangers. Got two Brunskys on the floor. Taylor Brunsky coming in for the Lady Rangers. She wears number 3. Abby Brunsky serving across. And the ball goes too far as Darcy Maddock was trying to send it to the back row and was unable to. 12-5 lead for the Lady Rangers. Brunski sends it over. Keene sets it up in the front, and a big kill by Bailey Wilson. Really putting some force behind that ball and getting a side out for the Lady Cougars. Lady Rangers still in front, 12-6. Wilson back to serve, the junior. Sends it cross court. Brunski there. Serves it to her sister, and then McLaren gets it over. Pushed over, far side from Keene. Up in the air, Brunski. Far side to Nielsen. It's set up, though, by Wilson. Bumped across by Maddock. Brunski sets it up in front to McLaren once again, but there is long time. And the ball falls into the net on the side of the Rangers. Darcy Maddock getting it across, and it was partially deflected at the net. 12-7. Lady Rangers still in front. In the second set, they won the first game already, 25-17. Crawl up to Taylor Brunski. Near side, a Maggie off the back row. Cora Johnson, it went off her right arm. And gets out of play for a Kemmerer point as they lead 13-7. Taylor Brunski checking out as Roxana Kelly comes back in for the Lady Rangers. Officials checking, make sure rotation and everything is all right over on the side of the Lady Cougars. As they've got 4 in the back right now and 2 in the front. And we'll get a sub as Kara Longtime heads out, the libero, and back in is Jalen Fighting Bear. She comes to the front. Serve upcoming from Lexi Julian. Julian just a little bit too low as she hits it into the net. Kemmer still in front, 13-8. Serve over from Brown. Crawl there on the near side. Julian sets up. Kelly sets it over, and she'll get it down. 2 Lady Cougars went sprawling for it. Johnson and Wilson both unable to pop it back up in the air to give themselves a chance to get it over, and a point for Kimmer. 14-8 the score. McLaren will serve it from right to left. Sent straight up in the air by Brown. On that far side, Maddox sends it to the back. Brunski keeps it alive. Tapped up by Julian and then just sent over by McLaren. Far side, Maddox, a hard kill, but Brunski comes flying in to save it up. Julian, near side to Kroll, and she tried to go cross court, but missed the opposite sideline, sent it a little bit too far. And the score 14-9. Still, Kemmerer has led the entire way in this second set. They lead in the match 1-0. Oh, a good serve, but a great dig by Brunski. And the point goes to the Lady Cougars, an illegal touching on the Lady Rangers. Brunski down, Julian. Callie will just send it to the back row. Wilson puts it up. And Fighting Bear gets it across. And 2 Rangers come flying in on that far side. Brunski and Callie both going for it. And Coach Peterson wants a timeout. 14-11, Lady Rangers still in front as they lead the Lady Cougars at Wind River High School. Kemmerer in front 1-0 and trying to hold on to win this second set. We'll see if they do when we come back. You're listening to Kemmerer Volleyball on mylocalradio.net.
MyLocalRadio.com is Southwest Wyoming and Northeast Utah's top website and the best source for local area news, weather, sports, and community events. And that's not all. MyLocalRadio.com features thousands of photographs of Wyoming and Utah high school events, from speech and drama competitions to local events, sports and activities, and much more. Check it out today and see what MyLocalRadio.com has for you.
There's an organization in southeast Idaho whose wildlife conservation efforts have been commended by the Rocky Mountain Elk Foundation, the Idaho Fish and Wildlife Foundation, and the North American Moose Foundation. Who is this organization? It's Monsanto. While Monsanto is honored by the recognition they receive, their ongoing dedication to the environment is its own reward for all of us. Monsanto. Imagine.
Welcome back live at Wind River High School. I'm Adam Jackson joining you on mylocalradio.net. Lady Rangers playing well so far, leading 15-11 in set 2 after already winning game 1. As there's a ball that's sent on the opposite side and it falls down in play for a point for the Lady Cougars. 3-point lead for Kemmerer. Fighting Bear back to serve for the Cougars. Kemmerer has led this entire second set. Fighting Bear, a rocket of a serve, but too far wide to the right. Good job by Brunski to let that go. And the Ranger lead back to 4. A couple of subs coming in and out. Julian out along with Rexana Kelly as she comes out. Nielsen checks in. And Taylor Brunski, the freshman, getting her first action today up with the varsity. She's played well so far. She'll serve. A looping serve to the back. Maddock is there. Keene, cross court. Wilson with a hard kill, and it's down. Brunski had an opportunity to dig that up, but good power by Bailey Wilson. She has a rocket of a kill. She's utilized that a couple of times. Pulls the Cougars to within 3. McLaren to Brunski. Near side, Nielsen goes back row, but there is Fighting Bear. Tapped over by Wilson. And the point goes to the Lady Cougars. Looked like the Rangers may have touched the net. Gregory getting called for hitting the net. And the Ranger lead down to 2. Keene gets the ace right in between McLaren and Brunski. A little bit of miscommunication, the two. Couldn't decide who was going to take it. And now it's a 1-point lead for the Rangers. They've led this entire second set. Keene serves it over. Popped straight up in the air by Krall. Now to Brunski, near side. Nielsen sends it into the net. And we're tied at 16. Good fight by the Lady Cougars, trying to win this second game on their home floor. Keene back and off the arm of Krall, back in front of the scoreboard. That one got way up there. And Coach Peterson going to try and stop this rally. He calls a timeout as the Cougars have their first lead of the second set. They trail 1-0, but again in front in set 2, trying to even the score. We'll see if the Lady Rangers have an answer when we come back. You're listening to Kemmerer Volleyball on mylocalradio.net.
Western Wyoming Community College is your choice for quality, affordable higher education in southwestern Wyoming and the Rocky Mountain West. Western offers more than 60 associate's degrees and 26 certificate programs in business, health science, humanities, math, engineering and science, visual and performing arts, and technology and industry. Wherever you are and whatever your goal, Western Wyoming Community College is your choice for education that makes a difference. Because we are where you are.
And we're back live at Wind River High School, listening on mylocalradio.net. A kill is put down on the near side by Krall as she goes cross court. It landed right in front of Keene. And we are tied at 17. Going to be in for a fun finish in set 2. Rangers already leading 1-0. Krall jump serves it over right down the middle to Maddock. Sent on the far side by Wilson. Partially blocked up front, but Wilson's power pushed it through. And how about Bailey Wilson, the junior? She has been a force today for the Lady Cougars. And an ace on the side of the Lady Cougars, deep to the back row, as Cody Anisi comes up with the ace and gives the Lady Cougars their biggest lead of this second set. It's 19-17. Anisi again will serve from the middle, sends it back to Brunski, goes off her arms to the right. Nielsen and her sister Taylor trying to track it down, but it goes for a point. And the Cougars 5 points away from tying this match at 1. Anisi lost the serve up. Brunski to her sister, and then to Gregory, down. And what's the call? They're waiting to see if it's in play or not. And it looks like the point will be given to the Lady Cougars, but stoppage for an injury as Bailey Wilson just being checked out. She looks like she's going to be okay. They've landed awkwardly there at the net, but she'll stay in. Lady Cougars leading 21-17. Anisi, and she hits it to the back. It looked like it was long, but Brunski got caught in between of deciding whether she needed to hit it or whether she needed to let it go. Ended up just deflecting it. And a couple of mistakes by the Rangers have led to a Cougar 5-point lead, 22-17. Brunski, near side McLaren, taps it down, and it is good for the points. Good diving effort from Darcy Maddock, but she couldn't get there on the tip home. See if the Rangers can make this second set interesting. They trail by 4, 22-18. See if they can string together a couple of points. Brunski sends it to the back row. Wilson is there. And sent across, kept alive by Brunski. Near side, Maggie sends it back. Down on the knees is Johnson to save it. Cross court, Maddock puts it in. Brunski saves it to McLaren, and trying to just bump it over is Bailey Maggie, but it was outside of the net. She was put in a tough position, and now the Lady Cougars 2 points from winning this second set. Brunski fields the serve. Down the middle, partially deflected, and the Rangers get the point as McLaren comes up with the kill. Subs coming in as Julian and Kelly, replacing Brunski and Nielsen. Julian coming in to serve. Rangers trailing 23-19 in set 2. Serves it to the far side. It's set up by Brown. Tapped and blocked at the front of the net, and the Rangers will let it go out of bounds near side. And a point for the Lady Rangers. Hanging in there. They're down 23-20. If they can string together 3 or 4 points, they've got an opportunity to come back and steal game 2. Julian, back row. Wilson pops it up in the air. Sent across by Fighting Bear. Brunski, an acrobatic save, but it falls out of bounds on the far side. Good effort by good effort by the Lady. Lady Rangers trailing 24-21 as we are hoping that they can come back and win this second game. Wind River fans standing, trying to applaud their team and get them to win the second set. They've got it on the far side. Tapped over. Julian sets it up to Kelly. Now Bailey, backside, but it's saved by Wilson. Wilson to Keene, now to Maddock. Taps it over, and Brunski unable to keep it alive, and the second game does indeed go to Wind River, 25-21. So we're tied at 1 after 2 games. Two teams will switch sides, and we'll come back. Lady Rangers and Lady Cougars in a tough battle here at Wind River High School in this second conference match for Kemmerer. 25-17, Kemmerer won the opening game, and then 25-21, Wind River comes back to win the second game. We'll come back for the third set after this. Lady Rangers and Lady Cougars battling at Wind River High School on mylocalradio.net.
MyLocalRadio.com is Southwest Wyoming and Northeast Utah's top website and the best source for local area news, weather, sports, and community events. And that's not all. MyLocalRadio.com features thousands of photographs of Wyoming and Utah high school events, from speech and drama competitions to local events, sports and activities, and much more. Check it out today and see what MyLocalRadio.com has for you.
There's an organization in southeast Idaho whose wildlife conservation efforts have been commended by the Rocky Mountain Elk Foundation, the Idaho Fish and Wildlife Foundation, and the North American Moose Foundation. Who is this organization? It's Monsanto. While Monsanto is honored by the recognition they receive, their ongoing dedication to the environment is its own reward for all of us. Monsanto. Imagine.
Western Wyoming Community College is your choice for quality, affordable higher education in southwestern Wyoming and the Rocky Mountain West. Western offers more than 60 associate's degrees and 26 certificate programs in business, health science, humanities, math, engineering and science, visual and performing arts, and technology and industry. Wherever you are and whatever your goal, Western Wyoming Community College is your choice for education that makes a difference, because we are where you are.
And we are back to Wind River High School as the Lady Rangers and the Lady Cougars tied up at 1 game apiece. Kemmerer winning the first set 25-17, but the Lady Cougars coming back and winning that second game 25-21. So we'll play this third set tied up, and winner obviously will take control. Brunsky right in front. Kelly hits it off the hands of Fighting Bear, and it goes out of play in the near corner. A point for Kemmerer as they take the early lead. They've started well in all 3 sets, well, first 2 sets I should say, and they get off to a early lead in set 3. And the serve goes into the net though from McLaren as she came running up. We're tied at 1 early on. Haley Wilson has been terrific for the Cougars. She'll serve it across back row, and I may have jinxed her. She sends it too far beyond the line. A point for the Lady Rangers. Taylor Brunsky comes running out, as checking in is Grace Gregory as they replace each other. Bailey Maggie to serve. Maggie to the back corner to Maddock, and she bumps it into the net. A point for the Lady Rangers. They're in front 3-1. Bailey Maggie has been a good surprise today for the Lady Rangers. She served really well. Played a lot in the back row today. Maggie sends that one straight up on the bump. Julian back to receive it. And sent over by Kelly, now on the side of the Cougars. Keene, near side, Maddock. Hits it over to Bailey, tapped across, but then bumped over by McLaren. Keene again sets it up right in the middle for Fighting Bear. Partially blocked, Julian has it. Kelly sets for Gregory, partially tipped, and it falls on the far side. Well-earned point there from Kemmerer. A nice job chasing down a couple of balls that were out of play. Kept it alive, though, and they've got a 3-point lead, 4-1 in this very important third set, as we're tied at 1. Maggie gets a friendly bounce over the net, but Keene is there. Fighting Bear taps it across, partially blocked. Julian goes down to get it, and Gregory gets it across. Well done by the Lady Rangers. Keene bumps it up, and it's sent over. And Gregory tries to send it back across, but she didn't quite get over the top of that ball and send it back to the other side of the gym. A little bit too much power on that. Lady Cougars get the side out, trailing 4-2. Maddock puts it in play. Over on that far side, Crawl. Set up, and Gregory wasn't quite sure what to do with it. It's a little bit too far out in front of her. Lady Ranger lead just one. Maddock sends it across. Brunski's there. Julian over to Crawl. Gets a friendly roll over the net. Hung on the top of the net for a while and then trickled down. And it's 5-3 Kemmerer on the kill from Michaela Crawl. Callie back to serve on the near side. Rexana runs up, and the lefty skids the top of the net and gets an ace. Perfect placement from Rexana Kelly as that fooled Maddock, as it just tipped the top of the net to take a deflection. Rangers by 3. Kelly again to serve. Back row set up by Wilson. Keene comes back, and Maddock will hit it over. Brunski, near side from Kelly, and a good adjustment by Nielsen as she just gets it across. Partially deflected up front, popped up by Nielsen, and the Rangers will just get it over. Oh, they can't quite get it over the net. Ball jumped up to try and put it over, but she hits the middle of the net. And a point inside out for the Lady Cougars. Into the match comes Howland Pollard. She replaces Rexana Kelly. Kara, long time back to serve. Long time, hits it over to Crawl near side. Pollard sets it up in the middle, and that ball is kept alive by Keene. Maddock, back row to Brunski, who's there. Brunski to Pollard, set across by Gregory. Wilson sets it up. Near side, partially deflected. The Rangers somehow keep it alive. And then Gregory tries to get it over, or check that. Nielsen tries to get it down the near side, but it falls just to the left of the line. And now the Rangers lead down to 1. Pollard. And Gregory with a huge kill down the middle. And she hits it to Maddock, who's unable to handle it. Good power behind that from Gregory. And the score 7-5 in favor of the Lady Rangers. Crawl, a line drive serve, and it gets through for a point. Good effort by the Lady Cougars, but they couldn't quite handle that. Kemmerer trying to build back up their lead. Crawl again. Rockets to serve over. Handled though in the back row. Keene sets it up for Fighting Bear, who sends it deep. And too deep. A Ranger point. And Crawl's line drive serve seems to be giving the Cougars some issues as they've built a 4-point lead. Comes Crawl again. Back row. Maddock has it, but it goes off her arms to the right into the stands. And another point, and now a timeout called by Christian Trujillo. And we'll take a timeout as well. Kemmerer in front in the third set, 10-5, as we're tied at a game apiece between Wind River and Kemmerer. Come back as we'll finish out this third set. You're listening to Kemmerer Volleyball on mylocalradio.net.
Western Wyoming Community College is your choice for quality, affordable higher education in southwestern Wyoming and the Rocky Mountain West. Western offers more than 60 associate's degrees and 26 certificate programs in business, health science, humanities, math, engineering and science, visual and performing arts, and technology and industry. Wherever you are and whatever your goal, Western Wyoming Community College is your choice for education that makes a difference. Because we are where you are.
Back to Lady Ranger Volleyball on mylocalradio.net. I'm Adam Jackson. 10-5. Kemmer in front. Maddock down on the right to save it to Keene. And the cross-court shot is down for Ambriella Brown. And that stops the Kemmerer rally. Again, we've had video streaming issues all afternoon long. That's why you can't see any feed. There's a serve into the net by Fighting Bear as she's unable to get it across. And the Rangers, they had the lead most of that second set. Similar to this third set, but it was the Lady Cougars with a late rally that came back and tied the score. One game apiece. Brunski gets it over, down on the knee to save it. Is long time. Sent across. Brunski keeps it up for Pollard. Nielsen hits it into the net. It goes off of McLaren. She couldn't do anything with it as was blocked. And a point for the Lady Cougars. 11-7. Kemmer still in front. Serve is put in play and across. McLaren gets it over on the far side for the kill. And a 5-point lead for the Rangers. Lexi Julian coming in to serve. She takes out Nielsen. Roxana Kelly coming in to replace Pollard. A couple of subs coming in for the Cougars as well as Cora Johnson replaces Ambrielle Brown. Julian wearing number 10. Back there to serve for the Rangers with a 5-point lead. A bloop serve that gets down and it's into the net. A late decision by Fighting Bear if she was going to go get it. It almost dropped in and she just bumped it into the net. Rangers lead by 6. Julian to serve it across. Coming up to play it is Long Time on the far side, kept alive by Johnson, then sent over by Fighting Bear. Julian, cross court, Bailey with some power, but it's dug up by Long Time. And Wilson has it blocked at the net. She'll try again, this time taps it over and it falls in. She set that up all afternoon long with her power. She was blocked, got it back, and decided to just tip it over, and it was a smart decision as it drops in. Rangers still leading 13-8. Ball sent over. Brunski goes down. Julian to Roxana Kelly, tries to find the back row, and it's too far. Lady Cougars with the point. There's a line drive serve over by Keene, and it falls in on the near side. Julian unable to get there. Callie Keene, the junior, with a vicious serve. She'll serve it across again. Hits it to the back. Brunski up in the air. Now to McLaren. And set over by Roxana Kelly. On the side of the Rangers as Julian sets it up. Now Kelly just taps it over. Good save by Johnson to Wilson. Back row. Far side. Maggie, it's too far. So again, the Cougars making a late surge as they did in set number 2. They've pulled to within 2 points. Julian to Kelly. Dug up by Fighting Bear. Wilson off the arm of Crawl on the back corner. And the Cougars are within a point. (13-12). Lady Rangers leading. We're tied at 1 game apiece. All sent up by Brunski. And tapped over beautifully by Roxana Kelly. As 2 blockers came up and she just sent it right over the top. And a good side out by Kemmerer as they stop the rally. They lead 14-12. McLaren jumps it over and it's too far. Tried to find the back row. Good communication by Fighting Bear to let her teammates know not to touch that one as it went out of bounds. Still a 1-point lead. Wilson over. Brunski to Julian. Cross court to Crawl. Blocked in the net and it stays somehow on the side of the Rangers. And we are tied at 14. (14-14) here at Wind River High School. And there's an ace. A bloop serve. Brunski couldn't quite get there, and a timeout called by Coach Peterson. The first lead by the Lady Cougars. Call them the Rally Cougars if they've come on late in both the second game that they won, and now this third set as well, as they lead 15-14. And we'll come back, see if the Rangers can come back. They trail 15-14 in set 3 as we're tied at 1 in this match at Wind River High School. You're listening to Camera Volleyball on mylocalradio.net.
MyLocalRadio.com is Southwest Wyoming and Northeast Utah's top website and the best source for local area news, weather, sports, and community events. And that's not all. MyLocalRadio.com features thousands of photographs of Wyoming and Utah high school events, from speech and drama competitions to local events, sports and activities, and much more. Check it out today and see what MyLocalRadio.com has for you.
Western Wyoming Community College is your choice for quality, affordable higher education in southwestern Wyoming and the Rocky Mountain West. Western offers more than 60 associate's degrees and 26 certificate programs in business, health science, humanities, math, engineering and science, visual and performing arts, and technology and industry. Wherever you are and whatever your goal, Western Wyoming Community College is your choice for education that makes a difference, because we are where you are.
Welcome back on mylocalradio.net. The Lady Rangers getting a big point to pull within 1. Maggie serves it across, tipped over by Keene. Stepping up is McLaren, set far side, and Kroll sets it over. Keene comes up to play it though. Maddock goes over the top to Maggie. Rangers set it up. Killed over by Gregory, but there are the Lady Cougars. Rangers again will set it up. Kelly near side, goes cross court, but it's too far. Roxana Kelly trying to send it over to the opposite side, but put a little bit too much on it. And the point to the Lady Cougars. They lead 17-15. And again, this is a big set to have with both teams tied at 1 game apiece. Rangers winning 25-17 in the first game, but Wind River answering in the second game, 25-21. Ball is just tapped over on the far side. Gregory will set over for the Rangers, now near side. And partially blocked and down for a point. Ambrielle Brown gets it over on the near sideline. And the Rangers need a comeback. They trail by 3 as we get late into this third set, 18-15. Ball goes deep off the shoulder of McLaren. And a little bit too hot for her to handle. Brunski unable to get to that ball. And a 4-point advantage for the Cougars. Again, same as that second set. They really have turned it on late. Maddock will serve it over. Coming up is McLaren, set by Julian. Far side Kroll. It's blocked, but it goes out of bounds. And a big point for the Lady Rangers to get the side out. Nielsen coming in for Julian. Roxana Kelly back to serve. Rangers would love to come back and get this and take a 2-1 lead. They trail by 3. Got some work to do. Kelly will serve. The lefty gets it over. Good dig by Wilson, and it falls on the side of the Lady Cougars into the net. Callie Keene unable to handle it. And the Lady Rangers within 2. Kelly again will put it in play. Far side, sent straight up in the air by Wilson. Keene comes back, and Maddock will send it to the back row to Brunski. Brunski to Kelly, far side. Kroll has it blocked, and the point is given to Wind River as it was blocked on the side of the Lady Rangers, and they try to keep it alive, but that was a 4th touch. Sign out for the Cougars, and they lead 20-17 in this third set. Kara long time, back to serve. Line drive just getting over the net. Crawl down to dig it up. Nielsen gets it across. Wilson hits it far side to Keene. Up in front to Fighting Bear, and she finds the back far corner just past the outstretched arms of Brunsky. And now a 4-point lead late in this third set. Lady Rangers desperately need a side out. Brunsky up in the air. Pollard coming near side. Crawl just has to set it over. Fighting Bear taps it down. Nielsen keeps it alive. Pollard will hit it over. And tapped back over by Nielsen, and it falls on the side of the Lady Cougars. Rangers caught a break as Ambrielle Brown hit that Pollard hit over the net. It was out of bounds, but Brown kept it alive. And the Rangers get the point, trailing by 3. Rockets serve by Crawl. Coming near side, Keene. Tapped over by Gregory. And a lift called on the Cougars. A point for the Lady Rangers. They've pulled to within 2. Coach Peterson coming off his bench to encourage his team. He was hoping his team can make a comeback and take this third set. That ball into the net by Crawl as she couldn't quite get it over. And back to a 3-point lead for the Lady Cougars. Fighting Bear checks out. Anisi in to serve for the Cougars. Anisi sends it to the back row. Brunsky bumps it up for Pollard. Now Gregory has it blocked, and it's out of bounds on the near side. A point for the Lady Rangers. And again, they've pulled into within 2. Gregory checks out. Maggie checks in. Coming right down to the finish in this third set. Winner will take a 2-1 lead in this match. Up in the air for Keene. Wilson powers it to the back, but it's too far. And the Lady Rangers within 1. Lady Cougars 22, Lady Rangers 21. Third set, tied at 1 game apiece. Brunsky to put it in play. Lofts it over the top. Long time is there. Wilson with the power. Hits it off the shoulder of Michaela Crawl, and back in front by a couple of points are the Lady Cougars. Lady Cougars 2 points away from winning this third set, but into the net goes that serve from Ambrielle Brown, and it's 23-22. Substitutions coming on both sides. Lexi Julian getting set to check in along with Roxana Kelly. Nielsen and Pollard will come out. Fighting Bear and Johnson back in for Wind River. We're listening to a conference matchup between these two teams, Kemmerer and Wind River. Lady Rangers trying to bounce back after being swept on Thursday in their home gym by Lyman. Lexi Julian back to serve for the Lady Rangers, and just checking the substitutions from the official, and now we're ready to go. Kemmerer trails by 1. Been a very exciting match. This set coming right down to the end. Fighting Bear in the back, puts it up. Keene, far side to Wilson, kept alive though by Julian. Opportunity for the Rangers. Bailey back near corner, and she finds the white line. (23-23) after the big point by the Lady Rangers. We apologize, had an issue with the cords, but we're back. And what a finish. Who is going to pull out this decisive third set? We're tied at 1 game apiece. Rangers winning the first game 25-17. The Lady Cougars coming back and winning second game 25-21. Serving over is Julian, tied at 23. Ball goes down. Near side, Keene across to Maddock. Rangers have it. Sent across and kept alive by Maddock. Keene over Wilson with the kill back, but Brunsky is there. Julian right to the middle. And it's sent straight up. Keene keeps it alive. And that ball will just get over Maggie to McLaren. She taps it over. Ball going over to Crawl. Back and forth action. Maggie gets the friendly roll off the net, and it falls for a point for the Rangers. My goodness, terrific effort by both teams. And now a set point for the Kemmerer Lady Rangers. 24-23, trying to take a 2-1 lead. Julian will serve. Sends it over to the back, fighting there. Pops it up to Keene. Near side, Maddock sends it cross court. Bailey is there, running up, and it's set down for the final set points as McLaren comes up with the point, and the Rangers, my goodness, what an absolute battle in that third set as the game goes to your Lady Rangers, 25-23, and they take the all-decisive third set, and now they lead 2-1. We'll take a break and come back, see if the Rangers can win this one in 4, or see if Wind River will try and force a decisive Game 5. Coming up next is the Lady Rangers try and close in on their opening conference win of the 2014 season. They're in front 2-1 at Wind River High School. You're listening to Kemmerer Volleyball on mylocalradio.net.
Western Wyoming Community College is your choice for quality, affordable higher education in southwestern Wyoming and the Rocky Mountain West. Western offers more than 60 associate's degrees and 26 certificate programs in business, health science, humanities, math, engineering and science, visual and performing arts, and technology and industry. Wherever you are and whatever your goal, Western Wyoming Community College is your choice for education that makes a difference, because we are where you are.
First impressions matter. When you want to stand out, uniquely brand your business, organization, or team with help from Old West Design inside My Favorite Things at 164 Front Street. Create a professional image with uniforms, golf shirts, t-shirts, hoodies, decals, keychains, koozies, coffee mugs, and more. Manager Natalie Willie Lively and Old West Design help winners dress for success. Inside My Favorite Things, Old West Design, 164 Front Street, Evanston.
There's an organization in southeast Idaho whose wildlife conservation efforts have been commended by the Rocky Mountain Elk Foundation, the Idaho Fish and Wildlife Foundation, and the North American Moose Foundation. Who is this organization? It's Monsanto. While Monsanto is honored by the recognition they receive, their ongoing dedication to the environment is its own reward for all of us. Monsanto. Imagine.
Welcome back to mylocalradio.net. What an absolute battle this match has been between your Lady Rangers and the Lady Cougars. Kemmerer coming up with the big Game 3 win, 25-23. And they're now in front 2-1, trying to close out this match. But Wind River's been hanging tough. Tapped over by Wilson. Julian sends it far side. Kelly off the arms of Fighting Bear onto the near bleachers. And the Lady Rangers off to a quick start. They've got off to a quick start in all 4 sets now. Lady Cougars like to rally late. It was the Rangers rallying late in the third game, as they pulled it out 25-23 after being down 21-17. That ball blocked at the net. Maddock goes sprawling out of bounds on the far side, and it's 2-0 Lady Rangers. Trying to come up with their first conference match win this season. Dropped a match to Lyman on Thursday in their own gym, and now they come to Wind River. They'll take on Shoshone later today at 5 as they travel to the Lady Blues High School after this match finishes. Wilson Sets it over, but it's blocked in front, kept on the side of the Lady Cougars. Now Kelly has it, set in the middle. McLaren tries to power it over, but it's into the net. And 2-1 the score. Keene is back. Keene rockets it far side. Julian up top to Brunsky. Now sent over by Maggie. Lady Cougars will set it up on that far side. Sending it over is Maddock. Keene pops it up on the near sideline. Over far to Maddock. She goes down the far sideline and off the arms of Julian. And it goes back to the end of the gym. And we're tied at 2. Keene to put it in play down the far side. McLaren bumps it up. Julian goes back to Kelly in the middle. Kelly gets it across to Fighting Bear. And there's a kill put down by Wilson as she finds the back near corner. And the Lady Cougars take their first lead of this 4th set. They need to win to force a decisive 5th set. 3-2. You're listening on mylocalradio.net. Unable to get our video stream working with the internet here. But it's been a terrific match so far. Kelly taps it over. Sprawling in there is Keene to keep it alive now on the side of the Rangers. In the middle, Julian comes near side. Bailey down the near side, and it's good for a kill just inside of that back line. Perfect placement by Bailey Maggie. She's played very well in this opening set. This opening match of the day, I should say. We're tied at 3. McLaren getting set to put it in play. Runs up and sends it over with the right hand. Keene taps it across. Good play, but the Rangers keep it alive. Tapped up by Julian. Now Brunsky gets it over. They'll get back in place, the Rangers will. And Wilson sends it just too far beyond the line, looking for a tip. And the point goes to the Lady Rangers. Lady Cougars were looking for a tip. And McLaren back to serve for Kimmer. Lady Rangers by 1. McLaren hits it back row. It's picked up by Johnson. And that won't get over the net. As the Cougars just couldn't quite find it as it got beyond the end line and they couldn't quite get it over the net. Point for the Lady Rangers. And that's off the arms of Callie Keene. She tried to set it, but she mishandled it. Another point for the Lady Rangers, leading 6-3 as they double up the Cougars early in this 4th set. McLaren to serve once again. She's done a nice job getting it over the net. Keene, far side. Maddock has to reset. Gets it over, though. Brunsky to Julian. Far side to Kelly. Popped up in the air by Johnson. It'll be just bumped over by Wilson. Julian sets it up. Crawl, a poke over the near side, and she gets it to go down. Keene just got an arm on it, but couldn't quite get enough under it to lift it back up in the air for her teammates to get it across. Smart play by Crawl. And a 4-point lead for the Lady Rangers. And that just stays below the net as McLaren try to get a friendly bounce, but it stayed on the side of the Lady Rangers. A side out by the Cougars. They trail by 3. Julian on that far side, hit up in the air, and Brunsky gets it across, but it misses wide near side. Back-to-back points by the Cougars. They trail 7-5. Kemmer wins this set. They win the match. Cougars win this set. We'll play a decisive 5th set. And a powerful hit there by Crawl. She sent it to the back row to Bailey Wilson, who was unable to get to it, and Kemmerer leads 8-5. Timeout taken by the Lady Cougars. We'll come back. Rangers trying to finish out this match in Wind River. They're in front by 3. You're listening to Kemmerer Volleyball on mylocalradio.net.
MyLocalRadio.com is Southwest Wyoming and Northeast Utah's top website and the best source for local area news, weather, sports, and community events. And that's not all. MyLocalRadio.com features thousands of photographs of Wyoming and Utah high school events, from speech and drama competitions to local events, sports and activities, and much more. Check it out today and see what MyLocalRadio.com has for you.
Western Wyoming Community College is your choice for quality, affordable higher education in southwestern Wyoming and the Rocky Mountain West. Western offers more than 60 associate's degrees and 26 certificate programs in business, health science, humanities, math, engineering and science, visual and performing arts, and technology and industry. Wherever you are and whatever your goal, Western Wyoming Community College is your choice for education that makes a difference, because we are where you are.
Welcome back to Wind River High School. I'm Adam Jackson joining you on mylocalradio.net. Rangers leading by 4 and leading 2-1. Got it on their side. Kroll has it blocked and it falls on the opposite side of the net down the far side. Cora Johnson was trying to come up after the partial deflection. She couldn't get there, and the Rangers have doubled up. The Lady Cougars leading 10-5. Maggie sends it into the net though, and a point for the Cougars. Abby Brunsky checking in for the Lady Rangers. And for the Cougars, Ambrielle Brown coming in for Cora Johnson. Darcy Maddock, one of the 2 seniors on this Wind River team, back to serve it across. Julian comes flying in. Kroll just sets it over. Smart play by her, and it's going to get down on the near side off the hands of Ambrielle Brown. And Coach Christian Trujillo coming in, telling her team to step it up as they trail. They've got to win this game. Rangers hoping they can pull out this game and finish out the match. They're in front 2-1. Long blooping serve by Brunsky. Sent over in the back. Taylor Brunsky has it. Sets it to her sister, Abby. That ball goes out of bounds on the far sideline as the Rangers send it over wide. Taylor Brunsky, the younger sister, she's a freshman. Abby, the libero for your Lady Rangers. McLaren, Taylor Brunsky, and now just hit over by Nielsen. Set up by Keene, and has it blocked at the Night Fighting Bear. Has it blocked, and a point for the Lady Rangers. Rangers maintaining the lead, but it's been the second part of the set that the Cougars have controlled, so we'll see if the Lady Rangers can maintain this 5-point lead, 12-7. Really good serve by Kroll, still kept alive though by Long Time. Gets it across Brunsky, and partially blocked as McLaren sends it over. It's a point for the Lady Rangers. They lead 13-7. They win this set, they win the match. McLaren sets that one into the net. Her jump serve wasn't quite able to get over. Cody Anisi checking in as Jalen Fighting Bear comes out for Wind River. They trail by 5, and they trail 2-1. Anisi lofts it over. It just stays in bounds. Gregory plays it. Tapped across by Wilson, but Brunsky's there to her sister, and then Nielsen gets a friendly roll over, and it hits in the middle for a point for the Lady Rangers. Nielsen having a fortunate bounce there as it crawled over the net. A 6-point lead for Kemmerer. Fighting Bear back in as she replaces Anisi. Brunsky serving it over. Sent across by Maddock, and then killed back by Wilson. She has used her terrific power to come up with many kills tonight for the Lady Cougars. 14-9 the score. Rangers still in front, but the serve by Brown comes across. McLaren up front. Brunsky will set it back to McLaren. Drops it over to the far side. Long time is there, and it falls as Long time trying to set it up on the near side for Brown, but couldn't quite do it. Rangers remain in control. Nielsen checking out along with the freshman Taylor Brunsky. In comes Julian to serve. And also to the front of the net goes Roxana Kelly. Lexi Julian up to serve it over. Coming in to play it is the libero Long time. On the far side, it's popped up by Maddock. Rangers trying to scurry and get it over. Kelly does. Now Maddock sets it straight up in the air. She'll get it back on the far side. Has it blocked, but it falls on the side of the Lady Rangers. Side out for the Lady Cougars, and they're within 5. Keene gets it over. Down is Brunsky. Julian to Kelly. Bounces it off the net. But Maddock is there. Now it's sent over to Krall. Krall comes near side, and Bailey hits it over. Keene right up front. Wilson partially blocked, and Julian's there. Now to Kelly. Tapped over again by Maggie. Good back and forth on this point, and a net touch by McLaren. As the point goes to Wind River. A good volley back and forth. We've seen a couple of those points this afternoon. See if the Rangers can get a side out. Kelly taps it over with the left hand. Now back to McLaren, sends it back over, but Keene is there. Wilson just sets it near side to Krall. Krall to Julian, back near side. Maggie finds the back row, and she gets the kill. Bailey Maggie continues to play very well for the Lady Rangers, and she's given them a 5-point lead late in set 4. Rangers leading 2-1, trying to close out this match. McLaren down the near side, on the knees to save it. It's Johnson. Good dive by Brunsky to save it on the Ranger side. She'll then send it to the back row. It's too far. That point goes to Cora Johnson. She had a nice dig and then let that ball go long from Brunsky. It's a 4-point lead for the Lady Rangers. Looking for a side out. Brunsky up to Julian at the net. Bailey just taps it over, and it's down for the point. Bailey Maggie and the Rangers leading by 5. Maggie going back to serve. It's on the far side. Wilson is there. Now Keene. Near side, Maddock taps it over. Julian there. Kelly comes running in near side. Krall pushes it back. And a perfect shot by Michaela Krall. She set it right over the Lady Cougar defense. And a 6-point lead as the Cougars trail the Lady Rangers 18-12. Maggie for the serve. Loops it near side. Maddock is there. She sets it on the side of the Rangers, and Gregory was ready to one-time it back to the Lady Cougars, but it hit into the net. Good opportunity for Kemmerer to add on, but a mistake, and now the Cougars get it back. Maddock will serve it across, and that hits on the opposing side in the far corner. It looked out from over here, so I don't blame Brunsky for letting it go, but an ace for Darcy Maddock, and a timeout called by Coach Peterson. 18-14, Lady Rangers in front, trying to close out this match, leading 2-1. We'll be back for the conclusion from Wind River High School. You're listening to Kemmerer Volleyball on mylocalradio.net.
Western Wyoming Community College is your choice for quality, affordable higher education in southwestern Wyoming and the Rocky Mountain West. Western offers more than 60 associate's degrees and 26 certificate programs in business, health science, humanities, math, engineering and science, visual and performing arts, and technology and industry. Wherever you are and whatever your goal, Western Wyoming Community College is your choice for education that makes a difference. Because we are where you are.
MyLocalRadio.com is Southwest Wyoming and Northeast Utah's top website and the best source for local area news, weather, sports, and community events. And that's not all. MyLocalRadio.com features thousands of photographs of Wyoming and Utah high school events, from speech and drama competitions to local events, sports and activities, and much more. Check it out today and see what MyLocalRadio.com has for you.
And we welcome you back to Wind River High School, 18-14, Kemmerer leading. And the serve is coming back. They'll do a replay. It was called that the ball hit the ground, but the Cougars actually able to get the dig, so we'll replay the point. Ball sent over by Maddock. Rangers have it. And Gregory sends it into the net. And the Cougars have pulled to within 3. They rallied in the first 2 sets. Only were able to win 1, though, as Kemmerer fought back in that 3rd set. Ball's in the back. Brunski hits it over. Diving to save it. And then on the far side, Brunski goes up and into the net. As Brunski tried to bump it up to Julian. And what was a 5-point lead for the Lady Rangers is now just 2. Kemmerer looking for the side out. Maddock hits it over. Straight up in the air. Near side Crawl, crushing it to the back, saving it, and not able to get it over. Good effort by both Keene and Darcy Maddock. But the kill goes to Michaela Crawl, who killed that ball to the back. She put a lot of power on it, and a big point for the Rangers. Back in front, 19-16. They lose 2 games to 1, trying to close out this match and get their first conference win of the year. Taylor Brunski, the freshman, into serve. Hits it to the back, good serve. Wilson there. And ball gets over, Brunski's there. Up to Taylor. Gregory hammers it to the back. And just hitting it too long. And again, a 2-point lead for the Lady Rangers. Serve coming from Lara Longtime, the libero. And she sends it too far on the serve. A big point for Kemmerer, and they're 5 points from a match win. 20-17, you're listening on MyLocalRadio.net. I'm Adam Jackson. Make sure you catch us later this afternoon as the Lady Rangers travel to Shoshone. Into the net, Crawl hits it. Back-to-back service errors for each team, and the serve goes back over to the Lady Cougars. The Shoshone match will be at Shoshone High School. The Lady Blue and the Lady Rangers will play at 5. 20-18, Kemmerer in front. Brunski to Gregory, into the net. And now a 1-point lead for the Lady Rangers. And the serve coming from Cody Anisi. Lady Cougars trying to tie it late in this fourth set, Anisi, a good serve. McLaren bumps it over. Now to Wilson. Keene taps it over. Rangers collide on it, they get it, and it's to McLaren, back too far, and we are tied at 20. (20-20) the score. Ball just gets over the net, Brunski saves it. Near side, tapped over by McLaren. McLaren, it's sent up, and Wilson taps it, partially blocked, and sent over by Nielsen. Good work by the Lady Rangers. Wilson again, partially blocked, but coming in is Crawl. Far side, Nielsen sets it over. Keene is there. Back row to Brunski. Big point upcoming right here. And it's sent up in front, and it's down on the side of the Lady Cougars. And the Rangers retake the lead by 1. What a fun match this has been between these two teams. Neither side wants to lose. Both trying to pick up a conference win in the 2A Southwest. Brunski to serve it over. Coming up is long time to have it, and the ball drops again in between the defense. And it's a 2-point lead for the Kemmerer Rangers, 22-20. Brunski serves, and she gets a kind roll as it trickles over the net for an ace. Even Coach Peterson laughing at that point, 23-20, a huge point nonetheless for the Lady Rangers, and they are 2 points away from this match. We'll come back. Kemmerer Volleyball leading 2-1 and 23-20, and what potentially could be the final set. We'll close it out when we come back. You're listening to Lady Ranger Volleyball on mylocalradio.net.
First impressions matter. When you want to stand out, uniquely brand your business, organization, or team with help from Old West Design inside My Favorite Things at 164 Front Street. Create a professional image with uniforms, golf shirts, t-shirts, hoodies, decals, keychains, koozies, coffee mugs, and more. Manager Natalie Willie Lively and Old West Design help winners dress for success. Inside My Favorite Things, Old West Design, 164 Front Street, Evanston.
23-20 Rangers and Cougars in the middle of a point. Good block up in the front at the net, sent back row, tapped up, and the Brunski sisters get mixed up as they ran into each other, and the point going to the Lady Cougars trying to stay alive. Kemmerer 2 points away from the match. Cougars trying to force that decisive game 5. Served across, crawl in the back row to Brunski. And McLaren sends it to the back, but it's kept up by Brown. Far side, Maddock falling down, got it over impressively. Brunski, and down on the near side, but it's just out of bounds. 2 straight points by the Lady Cougars. They've pulled to within 1, 23-22. Brown will serve it in play. Crawl in the back. Brunski near side, she'll give it to Maggie. Maggie goes back to Fighting Bear. And Maddock into the net, and the Rangers are a point away from winning this match. 24-22. Kemmerer trying to take this in 4 sets. We'll do some substitutions as Callie coming in along with Lexi Julian. Nielsen to come out. Taylor Brunski coming out as well. And Lexi Julian will serve up what potentially could be the match point for the Kemmerer Lady Rangers, leading 24-22. Ball sent to the back. Fighting Bear has it. Keene to the middle. Wilson has it blocked. Keene keeps it alive. Wilson goes far side. Maddock will just send it over. Rangers have it. Julian tapped up. Kept alive though. And then down on the Rangers side. And you can hear the fans. A huge point for the Lady Cougars to stay alive. 24-23. Kemmerer with another match point opportunity. This has been a fun one. Ball goes in play. Brunski serves it over, and that's off the arm of McLaren. And we are tied at 24. Lady Cougars hanging on, and Coach Peterson going to take a timeout. 2 opportunities for the Rangers to close it out, but the Lady Cougars keep it alive. And we are tied at 24. In a big, big game 4. We'll take a quick break and come back for the finish. 24-24, Rangers leading 2-1 here at Wind River High School. You're listening to Kemmerer Volleyball on mylocalradio.net.
There's an organization in southeast Idaho whose wildlife conservation efforts have been commended by the Rocky Mountain Elk Foundation, the Idaho Fish and Wildlife Foundation, and the North American Moose Foundation. Who is this organization? It's Monsanto. While Monsanto is honored by the recognition they receive, their ongoing dedication to the environment is its own reward for all of us. Monsanto. Imagine.
24-24, Rangers get it across, and a big, big point. Tapped at the front of the net on the side of the Cougars. They get it over off the outstretched hands of Julian. And now a set opportunity for the Cougars, trying to force a 5th game. Cougar fans stand on their feet, cheering. Lady Rangers need a side out to tie this score. 25-24 in favor of the Cougars. Keene puts it in play. Brunski up in front. Julian sets it up for Kelly, and it's down on the far side, right on the line. the junior Roxana Kelly coming up in a big way. And wow, what a fun set. What a fun match, 25-25. Rangers win, the match is over. If the Cougars win, we'll play one more. Ball up in the air, near side. Wilson, too far. Back-to-back points for the Rangers, and they'll have their third match point opportunity. 26-25. McLaren back to serve. Rangers trying to get out of here with the win. McLaren gets it over, and it's popped up on the Rangers side. They'll set it up. Lexi near side, crawl, partially deflected, kept alive by Fighting Bear. Maddock just gets it across. Now back for the Rangers to set it up. Kelly on that far side, right to Fighting Bear. Kelly to Maddock, tipped over. Crawl comes in to save it. And now Kelly sets it across again. Fighting Bear in the back. Set over and kept alive. Two diving efforts. Crawl just sends it over, and she gets a friendly roll, and it goes down for the point. My goodness, what a match. The Lady Rangers take it 27-25, and they win 3 games to 1 here at Wind River High School. Great battle by both teams. We'll come back for the post-game show. A quick one as we got to get over to Shoshone High School. Rangers going to take on the Lady Blue at 5 o'clock, but a successful start to this Saturday afternoon as the Lady Rangers take down the Lady Cougars 27-25, 25-17, and 25-23. You're listening to Kenmore Volleyball on mylocalradio.net.
MyLocalRadio.com is Southwest Wyoming and Northeast Utah's top website and the best source for local area news, weather, sports, and community events. And that's not all. MyLocalRadio.com features thousands of photographs of Wyoming and Utah high school events, from speech and drama competitions to local events, sports and activities, and much more. Check it out today and see what MyLocalRadio.com has for you.
There's an organization in southeast Idaho whose wildlife conservation efforts have been commended by the Rocky Mountain Elk Foundation, the Idaho Fish and Wildlife Foundation, and the North American Moose Foundation. Who is this organization? It's Monsanto. While Monsanto is honored by the recognition they receive, their ongoing dedication to the environment is its own reward for all of us. Monsanto. Imagine.
Back here on the Lady Ranger postgame show, and what a terrific match. Both teams battling. I'm now joined by head coach Blake Peterson. And Coach, just give me your thoughts on your team's play today.
Boy.
I'm out of breath too, so it's okay.
There was a lot of fun things. We were kind of trading punches there for a little bit. You know, Wind River, they're a scrappy team. I was proud of our girls that we were able to get up and then not fold after they came back on us, you know. Show maturity. Both teams are pretty young, you know. We're both pretty young teams, so I was proud that, I don't know, it was a fun game to coach, to be honest.
Yeah, it was back and forth. Talk about how important this win was for you guys after you get swept at home by Lyman. You come back, Wind River in your conference, and you pick up that first conference win.
Yeah, that's huge. I mean, the seeding is important for us, and going into regionals, you know, here at the end of the year, we got to make sure that we position ourselves as good as possible. So, you know, the seeding can really help you out a bit. So, I mean, any conference win is huge, and the opposite of that is any conference loss can really affect you, you know. So I'm glad that we can leave here with a win.
Coach, you brought up the freshman Taylor Brunsky, and what were your thoughts on her play today? This was her first match with the varsity.
Yeah, she did some really good things for us. I'm excited about her. She has a bright future for us. We're just kind of experimenting with some things, you know, here at the beginning of the year still. What changes are permanent or not. There's, you know, we're doing a few different things. We switched some hitters, some outsides and right sides. We're just kind of tinkering here and there, trying to find the best lineup, and we're just kind of trying some things out today.
Well, it's a quick turnover. Now we're going to head over to Shoshone High School. What are your expectations over there for your girls as they battle the Lady Blue?
Well, go out and compete. We'll see what happens.
All right, Coach Blake Peterson, thank you much for joining us, and congratulations on the win.
Thank you, Adam.
That was the head coach of the Lady Rangers, Blake Peterson, as a successful afternoon start for Kemmerer. Again, they're going to head over to Shoshone. We'll play that second match. It was scheduled to start at 5, maybe a little bit later, but we'll see how fast they can get over there, as they're going to head right out of the locker room and go over to Shoshone, and so are we. That's going to wrap up our broadcast on mylocalradio.net. A really, really fun match to call. Unfortunate for Wind River because they battled very hard. 4 games in this one. Kemmerer winning 25-17. Lost the second game 25-21 and then came back and win 2 hard-fought games, 25-23 and 27-25. The Rangers move to 1-1 in conference. And again, they're going to head over and take on the Lady Blue at Shoshone High School. We'll have a pregame show for you about 20 minutes before that one starts. Supposed to start around 5 o'clock, so make sure you join us again on mylocalradio.net. That's going to conclude the Lady Rangers volleyball postgame show. The proceeding has been a wholly owned production of Old West Media Incorporated and Cook Brothers Broadcasting, no portion of which may be used or rebroadcast without the express written consent of the aforementioned rights holders. Again, the final this afternoon from Wind River High School. Your Lady Rangers pull out a tough, tough battle as they win 3-1 against the Lady Cougars. 25-17, 21-25, 25-23, and 27-25. Special thanks to Val Cook and everybody at Cook Brothers Broadcasting for letting us come on. Again, make sure you join us in about an hour, as we'll be live from Shoshone High School as the Lady Rangers take on the Lady Brew. I'd like to say thanks to my cameraman, as always, Warren Cook, as he was out here today. And for Warren Cook, I'm Adam Jackson, and we'll see you in about an hour as we'll be back in action on mylocalradio.net. Lady Rangers take on the Lady Blue. That's coming up later this afternoon. We'll see you in about an hour. For right now, goodbye and good night from Wind River.
You have been watching Kemmerer Lady Rangers Volleyball live on mylocalradio.net. Today's match was brought to you by Monsanto, Old West Design, Western Wyoming Community College, and Old West Media Inc. Thank you for tuning in, and we'll catch you next time for more Kemmerer Lady Ranger Volleyball on mylocalradio.net.